Gotta go, gotta get down to the lake. I found this magic lure, gotta try it, I can't wait. Whoa, said Joe, if you wanna set the hook, then you best don't go. You sit down here and watch a Johnny Johnson fishing show, 'cause he's a super fast man, not a bad looking feller, and the fish are scared and they just smile as they go by, and they bristle a big old alligator for a 5-pounder hook. He knows things that any normal man just wouldn't know. So put that lure down and pay attention, and we'll go. But first we're gonna watch a Johnny Johnson fishing show.
Oh, there's one. Around the base of that tree, Brian.
Nice.
All
Good
right,
job.
looky there, son. He's a keeper. Fun fish. I call him a fun fish. Folks, look at that. There we go. A little Lake Pleasant bass. This is the time of year they move up, and I'm telling you, we're gonna have some fun today. I got my good buddy over here, Brian Boyer from Airtime Cooling and Heating. And you guys might remember when we brought him out here last time, he was on that fly in the bubble trick. And I'll tell you what, Brian, that was a blast. I mean,
was
that's
fun.
something
It
we
was
don't
fun.
normally do. You know what I mean?
Yep. No, it was
and
fun.
so, but today we decided we'll come out here and play a little bit. And one of my favorite things to do in the spring, early in the spring like this, especially when the fish start moving up, is throw a little 4-inch Senko around the wood, the trees. They start moving up, and these little Senkos get the job done. I've tried bigger Senkos, things like that early in the spring, but it just seems like they like that smaller profile when they first start moving up, because you can find some of these fish are a little bit skittish. And so when you go to a little bit smaller bait, a lot of times they're a lot more apt to eat it. So that's what we're doing. Some fish are on beds.
Yeah,
I mean,
found a
we're
few
actually,
already.
yeah, already have a few on beds. Last week fished a tournament here and did pretty good, and I was actually throwing this bait. So we figured we'd come back out and have a little fun.
Yeah.
Brian's done a great job, been a great sponsor of the show for quite a few years now, and got a great business going on. I mean, it's air conditioning time now.
It is.
So-
It's starting to get hot out, and with the support of the fishing community, it's been great.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Supports the show, and we're really appreciative of all the homeowners and fans of the show calling us.
That's
and
awesome.
It's good.
Well,
It's
we
good.
appreciate having you out here. He's a great fisherman. He fishes with my buddy Matt Shura in the team tournaments and things, and these guys are usually in the money quite often, so they have a lot of fun. But we love having him on the boat today, and we're gonna have some fun today.
Yeah, we'll
we'll
catch a
see
few.
what happens. Hopefully we catch a big one.
Yeah.
I'm hoping something out
We're
of these
due.
trees. We're due. That one I just let it fall. And what makes these baits so fun to throw, as you can see, I've got it rigged up weedless, all right? So I'm using a little 2/0 owner hook, wide gap, okay, 4-inch watermelon with the black seed Senko, and we're just throwing it out there. And what makes this bait great being weedless is you can throw it over branches and let it sink down there real slow and just let it fall by the base of the tree. Now remember, this time of year, especially with the big females, or even the males that make the beds, they're going to put them right on the base of the tree a lot of times. So you want to be able to get up in there. That's why you want something weedless to get up in there.
There we go.
What do we got here? Oh, he's around the tree. Do you see that?
Yeah, we got him right there.
I got him right there around the tree.
He'll come off.
Come on. Come on. Oh, I got him.
There you go.
Right there by the tree, letting it sink. Right there. Not a big fish, but a fun fish right there, folks. Brian, it's your turn, son.
I know, we're gonna get him on
It's your
here.
turn. I'm gonna retie. But yeah, I just threw up by a tree. You just let it fall, you let it sink. You know what? Doing this kind of fishing, folks, you gotta remember, it's like watching paint dry sometimes. You just let your line lay on the water. You really be a line watcher. A lot of times you'll see it tick and run, or just, a lot of times when they're just sitting there, they just eat it. And when they flare their gills and inhale this bait, you just watch your line go dink, just like that. And if you've got your eyes somewhere else, you might miss the bite. But a lot of times they'll hold on to this anyways, but you don't want them swallowing it. So you want to know when you get that bite, because they'll swallow these baits. That's a catchable fish. You got it.
There we
That's
go.
what I love about that Cinco.
Yeah.
There you go, son. Good job.
Oh, that was great.
You tell me that's not fun.
That is
I mean,
fun.
I don't care what size fish you're catching. That is just a hoot. He looked down and saw the fish swimming. He says, watch this. I'm going to throw right up in front of him. Boom. That fish goes right over there and looks at it, turns away, and then comes right back and eats it. That was awesome.
Little guy, but it was fun. It was fun.
No, I
it
mean,
was fun.
well, this time of year, you know, you have a lot of the, what I call the brook bass, the male bass. They get up shallow, make the beds, and they're all just roaming up and down the banks. That's what makes this Cinco so much fun, is you can throw it around there. But every so often, you see that big giant that's hanging around by a piece of wood or something, and you just throw out there and get a good one, you know, and that was
Yeah, we
a
haven't
good
seen that
catch.
big female yet.
No,
but it's coming.
But it's coming. It's coming. We'll find one.
There we go.
Hey, all right, in a tree.
There he is, right on the fall. So you can watch the line just go.
Awesome. Good job, Brian. These fish they'll hang out on these trees, man. I'm telling you. It's
Look at the
great
guy.
for a Cinco, just a weightless.
Just took it slow, nice and slow.
Great job. Great job. You know, and that's the deal. You know, we're kind of using the spinning outfits. A lot of times, if you want, you can go to the big, heavy stuff, you know, but throwing the little 4-inch Cincos like we're doing, you know, it's kind of tough to do that with a big bait caster, but you can still tie on heavier line. Like I'm using a Nanofill line. It's that Berkley Nanofill line here. It's white so I can see it. When they hit it, that you can see everything that happens to your line. And then I tip that off. This is a 12-pound Nanofill line, and it's really good line for Cinco fishing. And then I tip that off with a 12-pound test leader. 10 sometimes, but if I'm playing in the trees, I'll do a 12-pound. So we got a pretty good little hit on that. And then a good medium action rod, you know, from Taipan. This is a great rod right here. You can see where the bend is on it. So they can still suck it in, and you know, you get a good hook set on them. So, man, when they engulf the bait, you want a little bit of a tip. If it's too hard, you know, a lot of times they'll feel that, and you got to give them a chance to get it in and then run or turn on it a lot of times. A lot of times when you throw this out in front of you like that, the fish will come out of the shallows, and when they go to inhale the bait, you got to give them time to turn around, otherwise you'll zap the hook right out of their face before they get a chance to turn, and you can get the hook in real good. So it's real important to remember that. He's got it, no?
No,
Oh man,
Look like it.
that fish is catchable. We're gonna have that fish in the boat. What we're doing right now, folks, is we just pulled up on this fish. Oh, did he have it?
No, he was just hung up on a rock.
Ryan's throwing a chatterbait in on this because he had a chatterbait handy, and probably catch him on a Cinco too, but it's so cool to watch because he's got that white chatterbait on. Throw in there because it's hanging out by a log. Ah, he got him. Did you get him?
Yeah, I got him. It's always fun, right? Yeah, he's a little fighter. Look at that.
You got him, son.
Yeah,
I knew you were gonna catch that fish.
he is aggressive. He's definitely aggressive.
Can you get him?
Yeah, I got him.
Oh, it's a little male.
Little guy.
I was like, man, nice, dude.
Yeah, little guy.
So here's the deal. We went back, we've been throwing in the wood, we've been having a little bit of fun but the fish just aren't like where I would think they'd be set up in the wood and everything. So I said, hey, let's go down the bank and see if they're still sitting shallow. Come into our first little cut here, and boom, there's one sitting there. So it's like, wow, they're kind of trying to move up. They're roaming around, but you know,
What are you gonna do?
you gotta fish what the fish are doing. You can't force feed the fish. Oh, you got him, son.
There we go.
And that's what I'm talking about. Brian,
Nice.
that's a little Cinco bass.
It is a little Cinco bass.
You know, that fish was sitting right between those two twigs over there, and he kept running back and forth, back and forth. He hit you once and he got away, huh?
Yeah, he did. Little guy.
There you go. Little Cinco bass.
It's a little Cinco
You know,
bass.
it's hard right now. The fishing's not great, but throwing something weightless in there that doesn't offend them too much, you know, and they're like, what is that? They
Yep.
see that thing float down, and they're like, they come swimming right up and they'll just inhale it.
Completely.
And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun because what's beautiful about this lake that I love, Brian, is it's clear in certain areas. You could fish dirty water.
Oh, 100%.
You know, what'd you say you were last week up in, was it Humbug?
I think we were in Humbug, yeah. 100%.
And you can't see that well up there, but there's a lot of trees there you can throw at
Yeah.
up in Humbug. But we're out kind of on the main lake where the water is like, I mean, it is clear as a bell, and you can see fish roaming. And it's always fun to be able to, and when you see these fish roaming, you know, you want to throw like 10 feet up in front of them. When you throw about 10 feet up in front of them, you'll start seeing them swim, and then all of a sudden they start swimming real fast over to see what's going on, and all of a sudden, doink, they hit it.
And it's such a light bite too.
It
It's
is.
just like barely ticks it, and you gotta be ready.
Exactly.
Gotta be ready.
Exactly. Got to be ready for them. Great job, man. Look at that. Throw it out there, see if he'll do something. Just out of curiosity. Oh, oh, he's going for it. Oh. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, son. That's what I'm talking. Was that fun?
That was
that
awesome.
fun or what?
What a
man?
visual.
Oh,
The
that
whole
was
thing was
great.
awesome.
Brian, that was
was
awesome.
awesome.
Good job, man. Good
Oh,
job.
nice.
I said that fish is swimming that
How
way.
cool is that?
Throw over there and see what he does. He goes, what? Just
Nice.
exactly like I explained. He's sitting there swimming all slow, throw up 10 feet in front of him, and all of a sudden they bolt for the bait, man. And it's so much fun to watch. So much fun to watch. Oh, good job, Brian. The
That is too funny.
only fish in the area, and you caught him. That was sight fishing there.
Oh,
And that's
totally.
not even a bed
Totally.
fish. That's just, you know, you throw up in front of them when they're swimming around. They're up here roaming, looking to make beds and
Oh,
things.
that
and
makes it fun.
that is fun, man. This is.
Who would have thought he would have went and got it? What are the odds? Just swimming right
And he
in the
was
middle.
bigger than we thought he was.
Yeah,
I
well.
thought he was a little 6-inch fish, and we went by him, and I'm like,
Oh,
just
that's
throw
too
at
good.
him. Oh, there he is. Oh man, monster bass. There you go. Look,
Yeah, nice.
just throw up on the bank, catch fish. Well, they're getting closer, but I'm telling you right now, they're not quite all moved up. You know, this has been a strange year for us here in Arizona. Normally, this time of year, the fish are on beds. I mean, they're just shallow. You can catch them on, you know, swim baits and spinner baits and chatter baits and all that stuff. But right now, we've had these cold fronts blow through about once a week, a real good cold front. I mean, a cold front, and it just shuts everything down. You got one?
Yep.
Hey, there you go, son. Look at you go. Another Cinco bass. You're putting it on him today, son. That was behind that rock, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Directly behind that rock. This is when you know that the males are starting to move up right here. Lots of fish roaming around right now. Makes it a lot of fun. Just get up in the shallows and throw a
Little guy.
Cinco. Hey folks, you know the Arizona sun can beat you down and you always have to wear sunblock. Here's the problem. You know, we use a lot of scent on our baits to try to get bass to eat our baits, things like that. But the one thing that's a negative for bass is sunblock. They do not like sunblock. For some reason, they've done testing on it and it just, you know, you put sunblock on your hands and put it on your face and you touch your lure, you might as well just call the day in. But Brian here has got a pretty good little trick here so you can still apply that sunblock that you need.
So whether I'm in my boat or going out with friends or just a co-angler, I'll bring a Ziploc bag, make sure it's in the Ziploc bag, zip it. If it happens to pop open, go over your baits, you don't have to worry about it. The other trick is to have a rubber glove with you. You can reapply as the day goes on, and then you can put it back in, and if you get anything on your baits or lures, you're not gonna get bit. So this is extremely important.
Great tip of the week. You know, it's very important to wear sunblock at all times here in the Arizona sun. Maybe even have a buff on. But I'll tell you what a great trick so you don't get that sunblock on your hands and then apply it on your bait. That would ruin you for the day. Great tip of the week, Brian. Thank you.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Oh, that's a little bit better fish, dude.
It is.
Oh, come on, baby. I think he took it.
Nice.
That's when you know that drag. I like that drag, that reel. Come on. Come on, buddy. He ate it. Ah, look at that fish, huh? Hey, Brian,
Good
what do you
job,
think of that
buddy.
one, son?
Nice job.
He ate it, though. He ate that bait. There we go. Got it. Didn't even hurt him. Look at that, folks. Beautiful bass right here at Lake Pleasant. I gotta tell you that something really important is when you're throwing the 4-inch, I like to use a 2-aught. And I know I mentioned it before, but if you go with a 3-aught, sometimes it's almost too big, or a 4-aught. With the 4-inch, go with a 2-aught. That's an owner hook I'm using. When you Texas rig these like that, they fall so straight and narrow that they really look natural. And it's amazing how a bait, a little stick bait like that, can fall and just have enough quiver in it where the bass just go over and bite it. You know, when I first saw these baits when they came out, I'm like, it's a do-nothing bait. It just doesn't, it looks like a little cigar or something. Now, I get asked all the time, what makes you throw the weedless style like what we're doing now versus the wacky style? A lot of times with the wacky style, when we're wacky rigging, we have more of an exposed hook. And with that exposed hook, if you get the wire that goes over the hook sometimes, it'll keep it weedless. You can throw it in the trees, things like that. But the thing I love about the 4-inch and doing it weedless like that is I can get it in all this brush. And we'll run in, you'll see submerged trees. You can just let it fall right down in the middle of it and get them out of there. Now, wacky works great if you can find a weed guard, you know, that you like or whatever. But I like the most natural look, so that's why I go with this in the trees. If I'm dragging out on sandy or even little rocky points that don't have a whole lot of trees and things like that, that's when I like that wacky style, and it works great. All right, Brian, tell us a little bit. I've enjoyed having you on the show today, by the way. It's been fun.
Great
It's
being here.
always fun having you on the show. But tell everybody about Airtime Cooling and Heating, and they do a great job of promoting, help promoting our sport, and you're really involved. I mean, you're even fishing tournaments with us and everything. I love that part of it. But go ahead and tell them a little bit about your business.
Well, first, we'd like to thank the fishing community and the viewers at home, and we're happy to support the show with Johnny, and then also programs throughout the fishing industry, which is nice. With that being said, we have some special promotions this summer that if you mention the show, give us a call, you'll get a 20% off coupon. We do repair, maintenance, rejuvenation. We offer new equipment. We'll come out, give you a free estimate, do the load calculations for you. We're power company certified with like SRP. We can help with those rebate programs. And of course, we'll give you special discounts and incentives on new systems, qualifying new systems through the show. So, but definitely give us a call and we can help you out.
Well, we appreciate it, and thank you all so much for joining us today. Don't forget to pick up some of these 4-inch Senkos, and don't be afraid to throw them out here at Lake Pleasant. I'll tell you, we know that this lake can be unpleasant at times. We've heard it enough, right? But we had a good time. We got up shallow and had some fun watching the fish move around. The water is so clear. It is so much fun. Make sure you get a good pair of polarized sunglasses so you can really enjoy watching them fish swim around. Till next week, I'm Johnny Johnson, and thanks again, Brian. I appreciate it. Now, see, that's what I'm talking about, folks.